Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 episode number 7 reaction. So the previous episode, it was the beginning of the new arc and we're back with our usual group, Yuji and everyone else. The previous episode, it was divided into two parts. The first part we got to see a bit of Yuji and his past, about a girl that was uh, in his school, and the guy kind of liked Yuji and stuff, that whole thing. I don't remember the girl's name, but Yuji remembered her, and she kind of saw him over here, so she tried to talk with Nobara, and later on even Fushiguro comes joining us. And yeah, it was a nice little section, even though I was constantly kind of scared for the fact that they might kill her off suddenly, because why else would they suddenly be showing a random character? But nothing of that sort happened, so it's kind of good. And then the next part, we get to see Mekamaru, and a surprising reveal that Mekamaru was the actual, the person who has been feeding information to, Mahito. But we get to know more about the situation, and we get to know that Mekamaru is trying to double cross the whole thing. He's trying to, he kind of did that, but at the same time, he did that to get a new body because they made a pact with him, and the pact has to be maintained. And he had a plan to kind of flip this over and kind of get Mahito and Geto out of his way and contact Gojo so that he can ask for help. So he's trying to do that now. Like he's like in a mecha kind of thing, and like it kind of like just like to be continued. And let's see what happens now. Like the previous episode stopped over there. So yeah, like it's a bit concerning, like Mahito and Geto, these two are crazier people. And like all alone fighting those two, yeah, it's difficult. But let's see, hopefully Gojo actually gets to know and quickly comes. I don't know if that's going to happen. But let's see. Alright, yeah, episode number 7, let us get started. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here, sync it to whichever is your preference. And let's begin. Alright, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. What is happening? What the? God damn. Damn. Oh my god. Okay, well, damn, it's actually roaring. What's happening? Ultimate Mecham Armor, Absolute Armored Purple, Ultimate Mecham Armor Prototype 0. Yeah. Email. Yeah, we have to get out of this first. I just realized it's actually years. I thought it was days. 17 years worth of. Goddamn. He's using 1 year's worth now. I feel like he should have used at least 10 years worth at the same time. Because I don't think this 1 year's worth is going to do anything to Mahito. Yeah, you see that? Wait, oh yeah, he can change his. Oh god. Evening festival. Mm. Who is that? I saw someone I don't recognize on the side. Mm. Okay. Yeah. Yo, look at how he's running. What the hell? God. Wow. Right. And Geto isn't even doing anything. He's just standing there. Oh. God damn this. Oh. Oh, I think the whole like water body is going to get like. Oh. Wait, he was. Hey. Wait, what is that? Okay. What? Four chances. Oh, he's going to. I was wondering how is he going to do it? So like this. Okay, lockdown. So it's like a homing shot. Okay, what is it? A tranquilizer? What? Okay. Oh, damn! From two sides. Right. So what was that? Uh, Oh. Yeah, yeah. Now is a chance. Hopefully, Ghetto doesn't interfere here. Well, what the? Tweaking the shin. Oh, okay, okay. So we need to shoot a few more. But now he knows that he has to dodge those. He'll be more cautious about it. Burst energy out. What? What the hell is he? Is Geto even planning? Like what? Oh, so 8 years worth of energy used up. 9 years more. Okay. Oh, oh my God. Oh, he turned into a panther or whatever. Now a rabbit. A rat. God damn. No. Oh my God. What is even happening? Oh, still. Oh God. It's like a home. Yeah. Okay. Oh no. Oh God. Oh, but okay. Okay, another one. another one of those things. Oh, but like I said, he'd be more cautious now. Oh god, that was a death flag. Great. Here we go. Oh no, his domain expansion, I forgot about that completely. Ah, I forgot that he has that now. Oh my god. This was a bad idea from the beginning. It was a good effort, but okay, I forgot. What does his domain expansion do? I kind of forgot about what it does. Does it matter if I touch you? 9 years and 5 months. Oh god. 31st. Yeah. Asya Sadatsuna. Oh, wait. Oh! Oh, okay. Oh, nice. Okay. All right. Okay. Simple. Oh my god. All right, here we go. Okay, two more of those. Oh, he learned it by observing, and oh my god, that is crazy. Well, that's disgusting. Right, okay, good, good. Another one. Another one left, I think. Just shove it in him. Simple domain. A domain neutralizes all other techniques. Yeah, but this is a simple one. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Come on, just no. Don't try to. Nah, don't do that. Just. Oh god. Take care of Mahito and leave. Oh, but Geto has a wheel. I forgot about that. Oh god. No, like Mahito, I don't know about Geto though. Like, oh, but oh god. Well, I was saying to use the other one. Wait, did he use both of them? What is? Okay, there you go. Yeah, he has one left. That's why I said like just use it. Oh my god. What the? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't think he was successful. Wait, did the animation style change? I feel like Miwa's facial structure changed, kind of. Oh god. Well, as soon as he started talking about made myself burst apart. Oh, oh my god. Great. Okay, well, for a moment I thought, there you go, in Shibuya, around Tokyo department stores, Tokyo outlet. For a moment I thought he might be able to somehow like barely pull it off and get out of there, but then yeah, like the hell is this? Oh, Halloween. I'm like, what's people wearing banana outfits? What the hell? The animation style changed, didn't it? From the what are you doing? Oh god, here we go. What is up there? Hey. Oh wait, she can see it only. So she has a better like, perception of that's the wheel, isn't it? Yep. Oh my god. Oh, that the wheel. Yeah. Um oh god. 8 p.m. Only regular people. Wait, what? Wait, Megumi is here as well. Okay. Ah. You can't integrate the surroundings. Well, I didn't know, so thank you for that. Yeah, where is he? Yeah, there's a wall. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, who's that? Naobito Zenin. Wait, Kire's voice actor from Fate. Find the cursed user who. Stand by. Wait, what? It's behind the attack on the. Atsuya Kusakawa. Grade 1 sorcerer. Wait, this is Kaiki Deshi's voice actor. Pretty peaceful. Want any cursor? Oh, then what is the. Yeah, then why did they. Oh. Wait, who told them? Oh. From a moment I thought that was an actual police officer. Now I realize they're cosplaying. Yeah. Damn. That's why they don't. Hey! Is that Gojo? Oh, there he is. Hello. Oh my god. Oh wait, that's it. Oh boy. Well, I expected that whole thing with Mikamaru. But for a moment I thought maybe, you know, maybe it won't go like I thought it would. But no, in the end it did end up going exactly the way I thought it would. Because yeah, like even if he defeats Mahito, Geto's just there standing. Like in no way was that possible. The only way he could have survived there is if somehow Gojo got informed and he was able to, like, come and assist. That was the only way he could have survived there. But that was what I was actually thinking might happen. That I had like a, you know, like I thought like, yeah, maybe he'll be able to somehow contact Gojo. And but no, obviously that doesn't happen. Yeah. Like as soon as he started talking about meeting everyone else, I was like, oh god, it's over. Anime characters saying stuff like that before a life and death situation, that's a big no-no. Like obviously, I was like, yeah, it's over. In no way is he surviving after that. Oh, okay, that's it. Right. Okay, so I've changed the way I kind of do the discussion. I'm going to talk about the whole episode, the episode as a whole, and give my impressions on it for 5 to 7 minutes, and then I'm going to switch to a deeper discussion, just like I usually go step by step throughout the whole episode, talking about everything. So, all right. Overall, this episode, like I said, I kind of predicted it going in this exact way, but there was a part of me which hoped that Mekamaru would survive because he might be able to somehow, I don't know how, but contact Gojo and Gojo might come to his aid. That was the only way I thought he was going to survive. And if that failed, in no way is he surviving this, because not only is he fighting Mahito, Geto's there with the wheel. So yeah, it's kind of, but still he actually fought pretty well up until the end. He actually gave a really good fight. But nah, it was still not enough. And yeah, so like at the end of the day, it wasn't really surprising, that whole thing, that whole conclusion. But there was a part of me that did hope that maybe he would somehow be able to contact Gojo and Gojo would come to help him or something. But yeah, that doesn't happen. And then the final section was the whole incident, the thing that they have been talking about. Like, I think like we've been hearing about this from the first season, like the 31st of October. They're going to do something in Shibuya. Never knew what they're trying to do. And it's finally beginning here. So, like, every sorcerer will be involved in this, and yeah, this is going to be crazy. Like, you can see like we saw some new I wouldn't call them new characters. Maybe they were like talked about before, maybe, but we're seeing a few of these characters for the first time. There's this one person, two people. I think I like this one old man, and then there's that that guy, the guy who was with wait, who was he with? Panda? Wait a minute. Yeah, Panda. That guy. There's two. I'm going to, in the deep discussion part, I'm going to go and check them out and look at the names and everything. But yeah, overall, yeah, this is the beginning of everything, and yeah, it's going to be something. And the fact that Gojo is involved in this, like usually you see like most of the times that we have seen, like something happens, half of the time Gojo is just absent, because obviously otherwise like they cannot really, like, having a strong character as Gojo in a show is like a very difficult thing, because like Gojo is a type of character who would just solve every problem, every minor problem, in a matter of seconds, like, which would severely undermine and completely take out the purpose of the main character. If Gojo is there, everything is okay. So how the hell can Yuji grow in that scenario, him being the main protagonist? So that's why most of the situations, like Gojo's either absent, he's not really there unless and until there's something very serious. The fact that he's here from the beginning makes me think there's going to be something crazy. And yeah, like this is probably going to be like a very very big scale thing. Like, I'm pretty sure every single enemy villain character we have seen up until now will probably be involved in this. Jogo, Mahito, Geto, who else? Hanami. Anyone else we saw? Any other character? These few, aren't they? Yeah, and obviously Yuji has Sukuna within him, and I don't know what the hell Sukuna's going to do here in this situation. So yeah, the fact that God damn it, Gojo is here from the beginning makes me think this will be something very serious, because this never happens. Gojo's never there in the beginning of anything. So this shows the severity of this whole situation. And yeah, so yeah, like that was the episode. It was, oh, another thing I had to comment on this. I feel like the animation styles changed a little bit. Obviously the animation and everything seemed a lot more like, I feel like this is a lot more Chainsaw Man style, like not completely Chainsaw Man style. Obviously same studio, I know that. But like Chainsaw Man has a style of, like like the action scenes and everything. I feel like that style kind of came out here a little bit. Not only that, even the other normal scene, especially the scene with Miwa and Mekamaru, I feel like Miwa's face here was so different Like you just like try to like like when Miwa was talking, like just observe her face. Her face seems so different than it is usually is. Her facial structure seems so different, and I don't know what her face seemed a bit more. I guess you could say, um, facial structure seemed more prominent. Like usually, I don't know, like how to explain it, but it seemed different. And that's it. And by different, I feel like this style was a bit more. What can I say? A bit more realistic. Is that the word? I think so. The facial structure here, like the way they kind of animated Miwa's the whole conversation Miwa was having with Mekamaru. Yeah, it seemed a bit more realistic, a lot more realistic than by realistic I mean like not like actual realistic, like actually it seems like actual a facial structure of a person, unlike the anime style. you know I don't know, but I like this. I really liked this style of, especially that Miwa scene. I really liked it. It seemed like that whole scene, like her facial animations were just like they did a lot in that facial animation. That was really good. I really liked that part. And the battle scenes and everything was like fine, but that part did kind of bother me a little bit. The like as much I loved Miwa's whole, that part, the animation where they animated Miwa. As much as I liked it, I did not like the next part where we get to see these random characters in Shibuya. You know, like you see like this one part where everyone's just standing, all these random like civilian characters just they're standing and talking and cosplaying. You know, that part I did not really like, especially the animation, not animation, but the character designs and everything. You know, it looked kind of a bit weird in my opinion. Like I said again, this really reminded me of the Chainsaw Man style. And but Miwa's part was, I really loved Miwa's part. And those are just some random characters, so I don't really care about that part. Like who the hell cares about some random characters animation? I don't, at least. But yeah, but the main characters, you can see they were animated pretty nicely. For example, when what's that guy, the new guy that we saw, he was talking to Panda. Then there was the part with Nobara and Maki, and then there was what else? Yeah, those parts. Whenever the main characters were involved, those animations were really done well. The normal civilians, though, their part was kind of like that. But like I said, I don't really care about their part of animation. Like, who the hell cares about some random anime, civilian characters who will probably die by tomorrow, by next week. So yeah, but overall, the animation style definitely changed. Like that much I could tell. But yeah, like I really liked a few of these sections, like especially Miwa's section. Miwa's section was really, I don't know, like that's my personal favorite part. It's that part, that animation part was really beautiful. I really liked the way they animated her. Yeah, so there you go. And then there was that whole part with Mekamaru versus um, Mahito, and the fact that Mahito actually kind of like he actually saw the whole thing, what's happening. He realized what Mekamaru was trying to do, and he kind of turned it around on him. Like as he kind of says in the end, he acted as if he got defeated, and then he like strike back. Like that was, yeah, like, and that was like like the main reason he was caught off guard. And that's why I was saying, like, as soon as he was able to defeat Mahito, it seemed like he was able to defeat Mahito. I was like, just shove the other one in him. The other, that thing, the injection thing, just put it on him. Like, why are you keeping that? Just double tap, always double tap your enemies, especially if it's enemies like this. But then he completely focused on Geto, which kind of took, like made him lower his guard for Mahito, because he thought Mahito was gone, and then Mahito caught him off guard. So, and I was like, why are you, like, I was like, oh, why don't you run away? You taking care of Mahito, just run away. And then I just realized, like, oh no, he cannot do that, because there's a freaking veil, and that veil, unless and until Geto like removes it, or Geto is dead, it's going to stay there, I'm guessing. So yeah, like I guess he had to take care of Geto, or do something at least at that point of time. So yeah, but that's why I'm saying, looking at this whole situation now that I'm thinking about it, this was like impossible. Like even if he defeated Mahito, like what would he do against Geto? Like he cannot even run away from this whole situation after defeating Mahito because Geto has that wheel. So you have to take care of Geto as well. So at that point, I was like, yeah, this is like impossible. Like even if you defeat one person, somehow or the other, if he is somehow able to defeat Mahito, Geto's there. And I was just like, yeah, this is not happening unless and until he's somehow able to contact Gojo. But that's not possible because of the whole wheel, you know. So yeah, oh god, this was just. Yeah, it was a good effort, but unfortunately, yeah. Oh boy, and I don't know how the his friends are going to react to this because we saw that scene with Miwa talking to Mekamaru while all of that was happening to him. So yeah, like they didn't really show anything after that, and yeah, we don't know how. Like I'm sure they'll realize what happened to Mekamaru sooner than later. So yeah, let's see. Okay, so there you go. Overall, that was my overall impression. Yeah, it was the beginning of whatever's going to happen. You know, the calm before the storm. I can't even say that because this wasn't really the calm before the storm. We actually had like a whole full blown battle, Mekamaru versus Mahito. So I cannot even call this episode the calm before the storm. It was literally the beginning of whatever's going to come, or you know. So yeah, let's wait and see what happens. All right, I'm going to switch to a more deeper way of discussion, just like I usually do, talk about this whole episode one after the other. So yeah, in the beginning of this episode, we have the battle, Mekamaru versus Mahito, and Mahito is not Mahito, sorry, Mekamaru is using his stored energy for I think like 17 years or no, yeah, something like that, 17 years there was, and he's like using like at first he used like 1 year's worth, and then he's like using 2 years worth, like that, one after the other, and I'm like I feel like, but you know what, like I was saying like why not use like at least like 5 to 6 years of worth of energy, but he had to keep something, I just realized that because Geto was still there. So he probably got kind of calculated, like he first used like 1 year's worth to kind of test the waters, and then he like used two, like this he was like kind of progressing. Not only that, he did have a trick up his sleeve, which was that thing that he used, you know. So that was like his trump card, and he like made a whole ass plan completely, and that's why he was saying like he was completely ready. He was preparing for so long, you know, like not only he was feeding information to them, he was taking information, like because obviously since he's the one feeding information to them, the information is also coming to him if you think about it. So he also kind of planned this whole thing to on his part. He planned to do this. So yeah, and the crazy thing about this whole scenario is that like the only person who could have done something to help him with a body was Mahito. So he had to make that deal with Mahito. And like he tried to kind of do the best thing in this scenario, like get the body from Mahito, and at the same time kind of try to double cross them as well by making a whole ass plan, and kind of like acted like someone who was feeding information to them obviously, but at the same time he was planning to, as soon as he would get the body, he would just go back and leak all the information to Gojo, because that's what he was saying, like I have to give this information to Gojo, the whole about the whole Shibuya incident. And unfortunately he wasn't able to do it by the end of it. But either way, yeah, so that was like the whole thing. He not only fed them information, he had this whole plan, and he was like planning for so many years, and he had a good plan, but unfortunately, like I said, it was not good enough by the end of it. um so like at the beginning we see like that whole battle where Mahito's like just fighting. He uses like that big hand to attack him, and Mekamaru realizes that he really cannot, he has to end this quickly, otherwise his armor won't hold up. So here, okay, he pulls out something. Now wait a minute, where is, okay, here's the thing. Okay, first of all, I still don't understand what this is. What is that? You are not paying my attacks any heed right now. That is where I will shoot you with this. So he's like a tranquilizer thing. I don't know what that is. Like a so. Do they mention what that actually? Maybe they mentioned. I just don't remember. Wait a minute. So he locks it on. Like obviously at first it catches Mahito off guard because he didn't expect anything like that. Like he gets shot, and he's like, "Oh, this isn't going to work," but it does. It just completely ruptures his whole body, and like it kind of offsets his. Okay, so what is going on here? My soul. Oh, okay. So we don't actually know what that was, but we know what it actually does. It destroys the soul, and that's what it did. And since like just physical attacks won't work on him, the attack has to hit from to the soul. It worked on him perfectly. So not only that, he even kicked him on the face. So, but Mahito still is kind of using his like we see like Mekamaru sees that he kind of regenerated, but then he realized he technically didn't regenerate. He's just making it seem as if he regenerated. And you know what the crazy thing is? Geto here, he's just like, what can I say? Like, I don't know what the hell this man even wants. He's like laughing and smiling, and he's like, this is so fun. Like I wonder how he's going to like take care of this. Like, like, I don't know. Like his attitude gives me the vibe that he literally doesn't care if anything happens to Mahito. He just he just like like yeah, and I'm pretty sure that's probably is what's going on. He doesn't care about what happens. He's just like he's just a yeah, like I don't know. Like I'm trying to think. Would he really try to step in if Mahito really was in danger here? I doubt that. I don't think he would. He probably would have just stayed there and kept smiling. And if Mahito somehow was killed by Mekamaru, he probably would have been like, "Ah, that's like that's a shame. He died. Oh well." That probably would be on his own way or something. Like that was the attitude he was giving me. Like and that's what it. Yeah, I feel like nobody like he doesn't really care about what happens to Mahito. He's just like he's just yeah, he was just fascinated seeing like Mekamaru was able to do that much damage. Right. Anyways, but yeah, Mahito's also strong. He can hold his own. So he just like after getting shot by that, he realized what to do. And that's what I was saying. Like the thing that works once would never work twice. And in the end, we kind of see that's exactly what happens because he literally faked the whole thing to make Mekamaru think that he died or he got injured or he like he couldn't do he's out of the battle. But no, he wasn't. So you see that after that Mekamaru that was crazy. That whole section of like like Mekamaru using I think like 5 years worth of energy or something to shoot that thing, that homing like beam thing, and it like literally spans across the whole forest while while Mahito's trying like running away from like and just transforming from one animal to another. Like at first he's like a bird, then he's a rabbit, then he's a rat. He's a gorilla, and like just like like everything at the same time is happening, and it's just transforming from one thing to another. And in the end, he gets hit, he gets punched again, and yeah, it seemed like Mekamaru is going to inject him with the other one, but his domain it hits. And like yeah, I actually forgot that he has his domain expansion. And like as soon as I saw him like yawning, and there's like 5 or 6 hands coming out like this, like kind of like joining together. I'm like, oh yeah, he has his domain expansion. I forgot about that. He usually doesn't use it, that's why I just forgot. Um, and and I was like, oh no, it's over. And just before that, a few moments ago, like my Mekamaru was just talking about how he's going to meet everyone after taking care of Mahito, and I'm like, oh my god, nah, that is a death flag. That is a rank S death flag. Like in the middle of the battle, if someone suddenly starts talking about what they're going to do after going back home, yeah, that's an S rank to that flag. In no way is he surviving that. But it surprised me, like, because literally the scene next after that made me kind of gain my hope back a little bit, because when we got to see Mekamaru use his simple domain, I think like that's what he says. I actually, like, I was like, oh wait, maybe he could do something. For a moment, I was like that, but then it just again, like, goes in the completely other direction. All right, so here you see, like, in the domain expansion, he falls down, and Mahito's like gets up, and Mahito's like, it doesn't matter if I touch you directly once you're inside my domain, and stuff like, he's just babbling and just tries to leave. Here we see Mekamaru say, okay, though that was the only way I was able to manage this technique. Okay, while Mahito's talking about how did you think that I'm not going to use my domain, I'm just going to rest for 10 days and be recovered fully. Alright, I have 2 in stock. Okay, I'm reading this part because I need to understand this part properly. This was devised in the Heian era, an era full of fierce cursed spirits and cursed users, where Jujutsu was at its height. Okay, by Sadatsuna Ashiya to protect his disciples. Okay. Alright, it was passed down in his school, and a pact forbade his students from intentionally conveying that technique to others. And it's a means for them to protect themselves. It's a means for them to protect themselves from others' domain. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's what happened, as we saw. Wait, so one thing I don't understand. Was this Miwa's technique? I think so. A domain for the weak. So, if he uses this technique, he can... Right, okay. That's why I need to understand this part. New shadow style simple domain. Yeah, this is why I'm asking if this is Miwa's technique. I think this is a Miwa's technique. So we see a scene here where Miwa's using her, yeah, like, like the thing that she uses, that thing, the domain that she uses, and like, like uses her sword. Yeah. Okay. So here is where he uses the second thing. Right. Okay. Like, I really, like, kind of got my hope back a little bit. I was like, oh, maybe it'll work. Okay, simple domain. A domain, okay, here we go. Here's where he explains it. A domain neutralizes all other techniques. Attacks will land even on Satoru Gojo when they are within a domain. Yeah. Even if it's a simple one, activating it inside a domain would damage Mahito regardless of any technique. Oh, wait. Okay, I need to understand this part. Wait a minute. A domain neutralizes all other techniques. The attacks will land even on Satoru Gojo when they're made within a domain. Okay, so attacks need to originate inside a domain for it to work even on Satoru. Because yeah, Satoru's technique, I think, what was it called? The limitless or something? It actually, like, doesn't let any attack hit him, but it's going to get neutralized inside a domain, and even he's going to get hit by it. So any technique which protects you from, like, getting hit, that's going to get neutralized inside a domain. Right? Okay. Even if it's a simple one, activating it inside a domain would damage Mahito regardless of any techniques. Wait, so... Oh, no. Wait, so did it actually work on Mahito because he was inside a... But what is confusing me is that Mahito was inside his domain expansion. So even if it's his own domain expansion, his attack's going to hit him. Yeah, I guess that makes sense because it neutralizes. Right. So it doesn't matter who's the one making the domain expansion, who's the one making the domain, is going to hit them regardless because a domain literally neutralizes any technique. Like, oh no, 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 wait. Okay, no, I was kind of misunderstanding it. No, wait. Oh, I understand. Okay, so no, what Geto is saying here is that, okay, let me go back a little bit. Activating it inside a domain would damage Mahito regardless of any technique. So, okay, so since he activated, Mekamaru activated his simple domain within Mahito's domain, it would damage Mahito because, because domain, yeah, you like it actually hits. Okay, yeah, this part is confusing me a little bit. I think I understand it, but I'm not able to properly explain it. It's because like it actually damaged him because even though he was inside Mahito's domain, he himself used his simple domain. So, like the nature of that, it is going to hit regardless of any techniques. That is why it hit Mahito. Yeah. Attacks, okay, let me read it again. Attacks will land even on Satoru Gojo when they are made within the domain. Even if it's a simple one, activating it inside a domain would damage Mahito regardless. Yeah, okay, I think I understand. Yeah. So what he's saying is like it doesn't matter if it's inside Mahito's domain. The fact that Mekamaru used his domain means that it's going to hit. It doesn't matter if he's within Mahito's domain or something else. It will hit regardless of any techniques because he used his domain. And it is going to hit. I think that's what it is. Right. Wait, so you can do that? I guess. Oh, I guess it's like the special nature of like what I was saying is like, can you do that? Can you like make a domain expansion inside a domain expansion? No, I don't think you can. But I think since he says like this is a technique that was made to protect students from domain, like from a domain expansion, it's like a special like like as he calls it, a simple domain. That is why like it's the nature of this that makes it being able to be activated even within a domain. I think normal domain expansions cannot be used inside. Like, can Gojo use his domain expansion inside Mahito's domain expansion? I doubt he can, or vice versa. Will that work? I don't know. I'm not really sure, but I guess this one will work because it's like the nature of this is that, or something like that. I don't know. Let me know without any spoilers. Anyways, right. So here, obviously, I like here we're like, oh, like he did it, and even he was like, yeah, I did it, and he tries to go to Geto, and like I said, for a moment I forgot that Geto needs to be taken care of, otherwise nothing can be done to the wheel, and yeah, like I was like at first I was like run away, but then I was like, oh no, you have to take care of him, and then he suddenly starts talking about Miwa and how he's like, oh, I'm going to meet you again, and I'm like, oh my god, here we go, it's over, and yeah, exactly that's what happens. Mahito comes and attacks him. But in the end, he still tries. He tries his best. He uses Mekamaru to kind of, go and push the final one. And there was like again like a crazy section where like like he goes and like dodges all attacks and everything and goes tries to hit him, but it doesn't work in the end. And after that we see Miwa kind of sitting down and talking to Mekamaru, talking about how he wants to go and meet him actually, you know, and how she thought that, oh, like like, if we shouldn't really get closer because like this whole work is like a dangerous one. People might die. It's just going to make others sad and like stuff. But she's like, oh no, but I actually want to meet every one of you and talk properly, especially you. God damn, like this part, like it's so, where's that part where she talks about death? I feel there was always a distance between us, even if we all got along. Um, I suppose that's because being too close would make it even more painful when we died. It's so like this part is so like she's talking to Mekam and she says like it would be sad if like if you died or something. Crazy because at this moment I'm pretty sure he was in the brink of his death. So when Miwa finally found the courage to meet him and talk properly, even though there's a risk of death, he died. That is brutal. Okay, so yeah, and then after that we see. Okay, here Mahito kind of explains what happened. Okay, I made myself burst apart at the same instant his technique activated. Undoing my domain after that would make him think I was a. Yeah, so he literally faked his death momentarily so that he can trick him. And it worked. Even we thought that it actually did something, but he just. Oh god. That was all a trick. Okay, now after that, then after that, the whole incident in Halloween, we see like so many people in outside the Shibuya station, I think, and they were just like there like partying and everything, like cosplaying. And there's a few characters who tries to get out like through the station and just hits a wall. So someone told them to bring Gojo Satoru. Even they don't know who told them. They're like, oh, someone told us, but we don't know who. So at first we get to see Nanami's team. Megumi is there with Nanami, and then there's this dude, the one who's always with Nanami. Okay, he kind of says something here which I had no idea, but let me read this part, which is kind of interesting. He says, "Did you know that when adding effects to the barrier or a wheel, you can basically only apply them to things with cursed energy?" Oh, interesting. That's roughly people, cursed spirits, and cursed objects. So blocking cell phone signals is just a side effect of a wheel being lowered, and you cannot actually integrate the surrounding signal into a wheel's barrier. You cannot integrate the surrounding signal into a wheel's barrier. So, okay, well, I'm a bit confused here, but what I understood is like since mobiles like signal shouldn't get affected, but it's a side effect. That's why it gets affected, and that's why you cannot integrate it. Okay, I think something like that. All right, I understand. Right, and then there was like the other team. Okay, outside the wheel, same time Shibuya Mark City Restaurant Avenue entrance. Okay, another thing Ichichi kind of says here. Okay, let me read that part as well. He talks about the nature of the wheel. Okay, where is that part? Same time, Tokyo Metro Shibuya Station, exit 13, outside the wheel. Okay, it's a wheel that traps only regular people inside. Regular people are only able to enter it. It varies for windows. Sorcerers and assistant supervisors are able to come and go. Okay, so normal people are able to only get in, cannot go out. Sorcerers and assistant supervisors can go in and come in and go as well. So they're not trapped. And the signal is blocked. Alright, so that's the whole nature. So people can get in, but they cannot get out. But sorcerers and assistants can go in and go out as well. Okay. And then there was that whole thing that sucked them inside that station. That was also another thing. Don't know what that exactly was. Right. And then we have Nobara's team here. Okay. It would seem something has happened there. Alright. Everyone who came running up to the edge of the wheel to escape cried the same thing. Bring Gojo Satoru. Okay. Right. Here we get to see a new character. Or I don't know if this is a new character. Maybe he was introduced before. I just don't remember. Team Zenin. No. Naobito Zenin. Special grade first Jujutsu sorcerer. I'm actually surprised Maki is actually working with us. Okay. Right. Like, surprising. Like I said, I didn't expect her to actually work with someone from the Zenin clan. But alright, special grade 1. Naobito Zenin. And then obviously Maki is there, and then Nobara is there. Under evaluation for promotion, both of them. Alright. This guy has Kire's voice actor from Fate Stay Night, Fate, like all the Fate series. I love how he's like sharpening his mustache. Okay, they cannot break it. Okay, and then there's the other group, Panda's group. We have Panda and we have this guy. Same time, JR Shibuya Station South entrance outside the wheel again. Okay, Upper Brass wants to minimize casualties, so try to send Gojo Satoru in alone to restore order to Shibuya. I was wondering why were they not going in. That is why. I see. Like, they were all standing outside the wheel. I'm like, why are they not going in? Satoru also only goes in to minimize. Which I guess is kind of, yeah, it's kind of smart, Or is it? I don't know. We'll see. Okay, this guy says grade 1 Jutsu Sasa, Tokyo Jutsu High School second year teacher, Atsuya Kusakabe. And yeah, his voice actor is Kaiki Deshu from Monogatari series. I think so. Yeah, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Right. Okay, he says that he took a peek inside the wheel earlier. Everything is fine. Yeah, I was wondering why were they like trapping people in it? Like they're not really doing much over there. It's just trapped. And they told them to bring Gojo Satoru in. Okay, most likely there's lots of special grade cursed spirits underground. And it's weird because like they said like how they were sucked in inside the station, and he says like there's like special grade cursed spirits underground. So are they like feeding them to the cursed spirit or something? Is that what's happening here? Like they're trapped in them over here and they're feeding the people one by one. Like whenever they need to feed them, they're just sucking them in inside the station. And they're feeding the like is that what's happening here? I don't know. So obviously people are like kind of frustrated. They're like, what the hell is happening here? Like we cannot get out. And they're like, bring Gojo Satoru. And they're like, who is this Gojo Satoru? And it's like, I don't know. Someone told me. They're like, who told you? I'm like, I don't know. And then Satoru just comes in. And he's like, oh, sorry guys. Yeah. And that's where it ended. So, like I said, it's the beginning of something. This has been like we've been anticipating this from the first season. They have been always talking about this incident that they're going to do, in Shibuya on the 31st of October, and now it is finally happening, I guess. So, excuse me. So yeah, there you go. So that was it. That was my reaction to episode number 7 of Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below. Anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know, I'll check them out. And yeah, that is it. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you guys next week with another episode of Jujutsu Kaisen. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.